We build these massive trillion-parameter minds in pristine labs. Beat. But getting them to actually do our daily work, that is where the real friction is.
Yeah, the raw computing power is finally sitting right here. Now we are just trying to build the actual steering wheel.
Welcome to today's deep dive. It is Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Today, we are looking at how AI is stepping out. It is moving from the lab into the messy real world. We are exploring Moonshot AI's massive new open-weight model.
Right, and we will discuss the practical realities of managing coding agents.
Yeah, and we are going to look at a $1.5 billion push. They're literal sitting human engineers next to doctors. This massive investment aims to make AI actually work.
Just to make it functional. Plus, we will examine GPT 5.6's new hive mind math skills.
And a $70 ChatGPT-enabled basketball. Yeah, things are getting pretty weird out there.
Definitely getting weird.
So let's start with the sheer scale of new foundational models. We really need to establish this before discussing control mechanisms.
Yeah, totally.
Moonshot AI just launched Kimi K3 into the wild. This is a 2.8 trillion parameter open-weight heavyweight model.
Whoa. I mean, imagine scaling to 2.8 trillion parameters on your own hardware. That is just a staggering amount of local reasoning power.
It really is. The open weights are officially arriving on July 27th. Open weight means you download and own the actual model.
Exactly. You aren't just renting access from a massive tech corporation.
Right. And it features a massive 1 million token context window right away.
Which is huge. That is the amount of text an AI remembers during a conversation.
Yeah, it can hold about 10 massive books in its active memory.
Right. It is built specifically for deep reasoning and complex multi-step tasks.
Moonshot positioned it specifically for advanced coding agent workflows. We're talking about systems like Claude Code and Codex.
Right. And it handles Klein and Roux code environments completely seamlessly.
These are basically your digital junior software developers. They read your files and write new software autonomously.
Yeah, the model is highly optimized for tool calling across large systems. It utilizes specific swarm and goal agent features for coordination.
Which basically means it delegates complex jobs to multiple smaller AI agents.
Exactly like a digital project manager handing tasks to a team.
Right, and they can build playable websites from scratch.
Or even code full 3D multiplayer games independently. They can work across incredibly long, complex corporate code bases.
The integration process is surprisingly straightforward for most developers, too. The API matches the standard OpenAI format perfectly.
Developers just swap the URL, model name, and the key.
Think of the API like your car's physical dashboard. You still have the exact same steering wheel and speedometer, but underneath the hood, you just swap the engine entirely. You went from a standard V6 to a massive rocket booster.
Right. You do not have to relearn how to drive the car. You just suddenly have access to 2.8 trillion parameters of horsepower.
That familiar dashboard makes enterprise adoption incredibly fast.
Yeah, you get entirely new reasoning capabilities without rewriting your entire infrastructure.
I do want to push back on the hype slightly here, though.
Fair enough.
The model is literally only a few hours old today. Early third-party reports place it near top frontier systems, but its reliability has not been proven at massive scale yet.
True. Running millions of complex edge cases reveals true stability. We need to see how it handles real-world systemic degradation.
Because sometimes these massive models hallucinate when pushed too hard. So how does K3 differentiate itself for these agent workflows specifically?
Well, it relies on parallel task execution through its swarm features. Multiple sub-agents handle long code bases completely simultaneously.
So it is built to power independent AI workers, not just chat interfaces.
Exactly. It is about taking autonomous action, not just generating polite conversation.
We have all this raw power with models like K3. But for the end user, navigating these agents is tough.
Oh, absolutely.
If you have ever tried to get an AI to code, it can quickly become an incredibly overwhelming, frustrating experience. How are humans actually managing all of this daily complexity?
It is a massive challenge for daily code activity right now. A fascinating report just came out regarding Claude Code.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a dedicated user spent over 500 hours testing the platform. They worked across Claude Chat, Cowork, and Claude Code environments.
And their conclusion was honestly a bit sobering. Learning the tool can feel harder than actually using it.
Yeah, the paradox is that AI is supposed to save you time. But you spend hours just learning how to steer the thing.
The cognitive load of modern AI software is very real. There are simply too many nested features competing for your attention.
Exactly. So they rank the top 12 features by daily impact. They created a strict tier list from A through D.
It was designed to cut through the endless digital noise.
Right, the D tier features are just basic groundwork tools. You need them, but you rarely think about them actively.
While the higher tiers are the actual game changers for workflows, I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Oh, same here.
Especially when I'm trying to chain together these long coding tasks.
It happens to absolutely everyone working with complex generative models.
Yeah.
You start with a clear goal, and the AI wanders off.
Right. Prompt drift is when the AI forgets your original goal entirely.
Exactly. So to physically manage this complexity, new hardware is emerging.
What?
Tools like Codex Micro are hitting the market right now.
Yeah, this is a physical control board for your AI agents. It completely moves the interaction out of the software window.
Right. It sits right on your desk next to your keyboard.
It has tactile shortcut keys and live status lights. It even features a literal reasoning dial on the board.
Which is wild. You turn a physical knob to allocate more compute power.
It bridges the gap between digital thought and physical action.
Yeah, when the AI gets stuck, you physically crank up the dial.
We are also seeing advancements in secure backend processing. A company called Zero is providing fast, private AI inference. Inference is the process where an AI runs live data. It analyzes that specific data to generate custom answers. 2-sec silence.
And Zero guarantees zero request retention for highly secure coding environments. It ensures your proprietary data never trains future public models.
Right, security and tactile control are becoming the new baseline expectations. But let's focus on that physical hardware for a moment.
Okay.
Why do we suddenly need a physical reasoning dial for a purely digital AI agent?
Well, because clicking through endless digital menus completely breaks your flow state. Physical tactile controls let developers adjust AI autonomy instinctively. It feels exactly like a musician smoothly mixing live audio.
Physical dials give us tangible control over abstract AI reasoning.
Exactly. It grounds the abstract math in a physical human interface. It brings the trillion-parameter brain down to human fingertips.
We are going to take a quick break right here. Insert provided sponsor read here.
Right.
And we are back. So we just talked about building physical dials for individuals. We discussed sitting a Codex Micro on your own desk. But how do massive enterprises handle this deep AI complexity? They cannot just use a small dial on a desk.
No, they require something much more robust and deeply integrated. They need elite human intervention to manage the AI rollout.
Anthropic just launched a massive new initiative to solve this. Alongside Blackstone and Hellman and Friedman, they formed Ode.
Right, this is a $1.5 billion enterprise services firm.
Ode is focused entirely on a very specific, difficult problem. They are moving AI from testing into actual daily production environments.
Yeah, they're targeting the massive middle layer of the enterprise market.
These are companies that desperately want AI integration today, but they completely lack the in-house engineering power to build it.
Exactly. They're employing what they call forward-deployed engineers. The core team actually comes from their fractional AI acquisition.
Let's look at a practical, real-world example of this deployment. Imagine a massive hospital needs medical coding automation today.
Okay.
Ode engineers will literally sit down with the actual doctors.
Yeah, they sit in the break room and watch the daily chaos. They physically map out the messy, real-world daily workflow.
Then they build custom data pipelines to fix the bottlenecks.
Right. They operate on a strict Claude-first technical basis. However, they are completely model agnostic if a rival is needed.
It is a direct answer to OpenAI's own massive deployment company. The enterprise demand for Claude is vastly outpacing delivery capabilities.
It really is.
I cannot help but point out the incredible irony here, though. We built these autonomous agents to replace human labor.
Right.
Yet Anthropic has to spend $1.5 billion right now. They are sending elite human engineers into hospitals just to make the AI function.
Yeah, the implementation bottleneck is completely made of human legacy systems. You cannot just throw an API key at a hospital.
You cannot just drop a 2.8 trillion parameter brain anywhere. You have to carefully wire it into a 1990s database.
Exactly. And you have to navigate the ancient hospital pager systems.
Right, and that requires intense emotional intelligence and technical translation.
The engineers have to understand the doctor's daily frustrations first. Only then can they write the code to fix the problem.
So if Anthropic is funding this, why does Ode allow the use of rival models?
Because enterprise clients care about actual results, not corporate loyalty. If a specific task requires an OpenAI model to work perfectly, forcing Claude would ruin the trust.
They prioritize the client's actual workflow over forcing their own tech.
Precisely. Trust is the most valuable currency in enterprise AI deployment. If the hospital does not trust you, the software never gets used.
Ode is busy deploying AI inside large hospital systems, but AI is rapidly infiltrating our broader culture as well. It is showing up in factories, software, and bizarre consumer products.
We are seeing massive real-world infiltration across multiple distinct sectors. It is not just trapped inside web browsers anymore.
Walden Robotics just raised $300 million in fresh funding. They're sitting at a $1.1 billion valuation now.
Yeah, they are building general-purpose robots that learn on the actual job. These machines are already working actively inside Toyota factories today.
They handle difficult, unstructured physical jobs alongside human line workers.
Right.
They navigate the noisy, chaotic reality of a manufacturing floor.
Huh.
Meanwhile, the purely digital models are doing mind-bending theoretical work.
Oh, absolutely. OpenAI just shared the prompt behind GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra. It generated a massive 3-page mathematical proof, completely autonomously.
This was not just a simple calculation, it was deep theoretical reasoning.
Yeah, the system utilized 64 parallel subagents to accomplish this feat.
It is like a digital hive mind tackling a single math theorem.
Exactly. Subagents are smaller AI programs working together on one problem. They all argued, checked work, and collaborated in real time.
It is like an entire university math department living inside a server.
Right. It showcases the absolute ceiling of current synthetic reasoning capabilities.
But OpenAI is also releasing some truly baffling consumer products.
Yeah.
They are reportedly launching a $70 ChatGPT-enabled basketball soon.
I am genuinely struggling to understand the core use case there. Does it loudly critique your jump shot in real time? Does it tell you your crossover needs more work?
I am trying to figure out who actually buys this thing. Who brings a ChatGPT basketball to a public court?
No one.
You would get instantly roasted by absolutely everyone there.
You would never survive a single pickup game with that ball. It is a fascinating misstep in product market fit, honestly.
It proves that not everything needs a trillion-parameter brain inside it.
Exactly.
Moving from physical courts to the digital music industry, a massive leak just hit the AI music generation space. A hacker leaked Suno's source code directly to 404 Media.
This is a truly seismic event for the entire music industry. It seemingly validates widespread suspicions regarding their training data sources.
The leak reveals alleged scraping from YouTube, Genius, and Deezer.
Right.
Scraping is automatically downloading massive amounts of data without explicit permission.
And the music industry has suspected this unauthorized usage for months. Musicians have been claiming their copyrighted work was stolen.
This leak provides a very rare look behind the corporate curtain. So what does the Suno source code leak actually mean for the broader AI music industry?
Well, it gives the major record labels the smoking gun they have been looking for. They can finally point to evidence of uncredited training data.
Scraping accusations might force a massive legal showdown for AI music platforms.
It really could. It could fundamentally rewrite copyright law for generative AI systems. The financial stakes for these AI companies are absolutely astronomical now.
Let's take a step back and look at everything together. What we are seeing today is a fundamental shift. We have largely solved the problem of raw intelligence right now. We have massive models like Kimi K3 and GPT 5.6.
Yeah, the synthetic intelligence is incredibly abundant and surprisingly cheap.
But the actual human integration is incredibly scarce and expensive.
Exactly.
The real frontier is the messy, expensive human interface, whether it is building a physical codex microdial for your desk or deploying $1.5 billion worth of engineers into hospitals.
Right, we have to build physical bridges between the silicon and society. We cannot just expect legacy systems to adapt to the AI.
We have to force the AI to adapt to the legacy systems.
Precisely.
Which leaves you with something very interesting to chew on. Think about your own career trajectory in this new landscape. If AI requires this much bespoke human engineering to actually deploy,
Right, if it needs constant supervision and manual translation.
is the most secure, powerful job of the next decade changing?
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't the prestigious AI researcher building the model. Maybe it is the AI mechanic working in the trenches.
Yeah.
The person who actually connects the trillion-parameter brain to the hospital database.
That is a truly fascinating way to look at it. The pragmatic plumbers of the intelligence age will inherit the Earth.
Keep exploring those sources and questioning the world around you. Think about where you fit into this massive integration phase. We will see you on the next deep dive.